What's up, everybody? Mama ANA is here with you today. If you're new here, your first time watching me on your screen right now, thank you for stopping. Appreciate your time. You took to watch this beautiful lady on your screen. That's amazing to me. I also request you to just hit the notification bell below and join my family. Thank you, beautiful. So guys, Mama ANA is here with you to share a labor and delivery story. So guys, don't mind about my ugly hair. Don't mind about it. I'm still beautiful with this ugly hair. You know, having a baby, you got no time to go and look for someone to braid your hair. It's hard. So leave it like that. Maybe you will be looking at my hair. Look at this crazy girl. She's sitting on camera with that ugly hair of her. My bad, forgive me, but I like it. Leave it that way. That's what I can say. And no makeup too. We got no time for makeup now. You know, having a little baby in your hand, you got no time to, you know, to do your stuff, this and this and this. I didn't do makeup today. I didn't get time. She usually sleep at daytime, but now she don't sleep that much. She can just sleep for 2 or 1 hour. She's awake. So that's why seeing me ugly on the camera right now. So guys, I'm filming actually at 7 p.m. That's the free time for me to film. So with that wasting your time, let's just jump to our today video. So guys, forgive me, my little boy is making noise on the background. Forgive me. If you have a kid, a toddler, you will know that that's crazy. So as many of you know that I have given birth, but I didn't share with you on my Facebook, on my, what do you call it, YouTube. So it's only on my Facebook and Instagram I posted my baby that I given birth. So today I decided to sit down and share this with you because there are some of my friends here on my YouTube. We are not friends on other social media, so that's why I'm here to share with you. So guys, it's actually on September 17 and Friday morning around 11:41 a.m. I give birth to my beautiful daughter boy. That was the date I gave birth. So everything was perfect, everything was so quick. I wasn't expecting my labor to be so fast like that. So let me just briefly tell you what happened. So did my water broke? Did I have contraction at home? Okay. Actually guys, my labor was like, you know, an induction, but it wasn't. So let's go to the point straight, guys. It was Thursday, September 16. I went for my regular checkup, and the day before I went for my regular checkup, I didn't feel my baby the entire day, like the way she moved in my belly. I was like, let me just contact my midwife to tell her what's happening with me. I was like, no, you have to wait because you had an appointment tomorrow. I said, okay, so I didn't contact her. I didn't contact the hospital, So I stayed that day, but thank God at around 1 p.m. I feel moving a little bit. So I was like, okay. And then I went for my regular checkup on Thursday. Yeah. Now it was Wednesday that I didn't feel her, and Thursday I had an appointment. Yes, so they do the regular checkup. Everything was perfect. Our heartbeat was good, and then I explained what happened, and they told me that okay, now we can send you to the birthing unit, and then let them go and monitor your baby and you. I was like okay, and then they sent me to the other side. So I went there, and then they put my baby on monitor. I monitor her heartbeat was good, was perfect, nothing was wrong about it. And they told me that, so I am feeling her moving right now. I was like no, because I wasn't feeling her at all. So they go and bring this one, ultrasound, to come and see her, whether she's moving or not. They say hey, I'm moving a little bit. They were like okay. And actually my doctor scheduled for me an induction September 20, yeah, it was Monday, so I supposed to have an induction. So they told me now we don't know what we can do, and we're supposed to induce you on Monday, and now it is Thursday. We are confused, and we told us that you don't feel your baby. If something happen, people will blame us maybe. So we're gonna induce you. I say okay. My doctor told me that now what I can do, I will let your midwife check you whether you are dilating or not. If you are dilating, so you can come tomorrow in the morning, and then we'll see what we do next. Maybe we will start the process of induction. And she actually told me that I'm having contraction, but I didn't know that they are 5 to 10 minutes apart. But I was like, I don't know. These are my normal Braxton Hicks. These are not a real contraction, because I usually feel those pain. So I was confused, and then my midwife checked me. I was 3 centimeters dilated, thank God. And then she told me that she's gonna stretch my cervix to 4 centimeters. Maybe I will go into labor by my own tomorrow morning. He said, good luck, honey. I was like, okay. So I came home, and she actually told me that to take a warm bath before I go to bed, and then for me to put on my pad, because she said that maybe I will bleed because she touched my cervix. I was like, okay. So I took a warm bath, and then I put on my pad and slept. So there was no bleeding. So, and I also feel like period cramps in my stomach that night, and a bit of back pain that usually happen. So I wake up around 4 a.m. in the morning. So I dress up, and I, dress my baby, and I first go and, bathe my baby and dress him, and then I take a tea, and we pack everything in the car, and we took my son to my auntie house. Okay, we leave him there, and then we went to the hospital in the morning at 7 a.m. and then my doctor was not around, so we stayed like for a few minutes, or I don't know, maybe hour, and then doctor came. They said now they're gonna check me how far am I in dilation. So they checked me. I was 4 centimeters dilated. So what they do, and then they said that they're gonna put me on monitor to monitor my baby and me. So, and contraction that me. So they were monitoring the contraction. They say, oh, congratulations, you started labor by your own, now you're having contraction. They're 2 to 3 minutes apart. I was like, oh, I don't know, I just feel those cramps, but I don't take them as labor pain. They were like, okay. So I stayed on monitor for a few minutes. And 2 midwives actually told me that come, as now everything as I started, we're gonna give you, I don't know, they call it Patterson, Koyum the Bugger, or what, I don't know, Patterson or what, that for that Patterson, basically it make your contraction stronger or whatever, I don't know. So they told me that, oh, well, no, I don't want anything, I just want my labor to go naturally. They say that, okay, they say that we have no option to have you with you. And then they told me that now, and my midwife, she's such a good, woman. She was like, okay, I'm going to bring for you a Bluetooth, and then you're gonna connect it with your, you're gonna connect it to your phone for you to listen to your favorite musics, and then you start dancing to make everything, progressing well. That so guys, we start dancing with my husband. We dance. I think I danced like for I think it's 1 hour while I'm dancing this Nigerian songs, and then I went to Instagram, go and dance again, this baby mama songs and whatever. And then another 1 hour they came in and they were like, the way we are looking at you, nothing is happening. You are like you are not in labor, so maybe something is not happening with you. I'll say now I have to, I say I'm feeling contraction, but I'm struggling with contraction. Doesn't mean that I'm not in pain. They were like, okay, you can do what you want to do. Today is your day and whatever. I was like, okay. And then I took the bouncing ball and then I pounced on it. Like I start dancing on the bouncing ball. I bounce on it like for 1 hour. And then after 1 hour, the contraction were so strong that I can't take them anymore. So the contraction come to the extent that I can't manage them again. I can't. What I can do now, I just want to take a hot bath. Because I remember me sitting in the tub with my face. I was in a bus stop, but I didn't give birth in the water. Also, I ended up giving birth in the bed because I was trying to push the baby out. Also, I was having that fear. And they told me that you have not to push baby girl. What we can do now, we can first check you. So you have to go to the bed to go and check you. I was pushing and they were like, go to the bed first for us to check you. If we check you to see whether you are 10 centimeter dilated, that's where we will allow you to push the baby. I was like, okay, so they checked me. I was actually 10 and the baby was coming out. So I ended up giving birth in the bed. So this time I was like, let me just go to the bus stop. So I told the lady in the room that you go and fill the bus stop with the water. So she filled it with the water, but I was so done. I can't wait for that tap to be full with water. I like, no, I have to jump into that bus stop, and then she will fill it with water while I'm in it. So I went there and I called my husband that, you guys pour hot water on my back, that's what I want. So my husband started pouring hot water on my back. So I was feeling so relaxing, so calm. So I lay down, I took some few minutes, maybe let me say 10 minutes or 8 minutes there, because everything was so quick. And then I was having that feeling. But for me, I just wanted the tap, to relax my body, to calm my body. I didn't know that I'm going to have a baby right away, because I know that the hours that I spend in labor, they're just few hours. So I can't go into labor so fast like that for me. So I was sitting there and I was having that feeling coming that I have to push. And I was like, what? Am I crazy? Is something wrong with me, with my body, telling me to push? Is it the right time? I was asking myself, I was wondering what is going on. Because for me, I just came, I want to relax myself, So I called my husband, I was like, no, I think the baby want to come out. And he was like, what? Are you serious? I was like, yeah. So I remember I pushed, the first push came, I pushed. The water was out. It was like, no, baby's coming. So I called the other lady, and my other midwife was not around. They called her, and the other lady come in, and they closed the light. The room was so dark. Yes, and then they bring the mirror. The only light that they were used natural light. They bring the what? They bring the mirror. Then they place the mirror in front of me down there, and then they were like, now you can see down there what's going on, but they know what is going on. So I look down, so I see, I see the mucus. I'm sorry to mention it. If you don't like it, my bad. It's coming out. So like something, like a ball. I'm seeing it, but it is covered with the mucus, too much mucus, like a hair. I was like, okay. After now few minutes, and I look again down there, boom. I was seeing hair. Like, oh my God, there's a baby there coming. Oh my God. And they were looking at me, oh, are you not feeling any pain down there? I was like, no. I was like, yes, I'm feeling it, but I'm surprised. How come? How come I give birth so fast like that? You have to, you said I'd push. So I pushed, I pushed. The second push, shh, her head was out. Slow down, so I slow down, boom. The third push, she was out. I think I pushed 3 big push. And the first one that I pushed, the water came out with mucus. Yeah. So, but the real push at this 3 big push for me. So she was out. So I was the one who, catch my baby. I grabbed her, placed her on my chest, and I was like, oh my God, I just had a baby. Yeah? Then start talking to my local language. Nalin pa nila pinchatit. Yung na ko langan wa dala mani medikana. Yeah, I was talking all this shit. So my husband was surprised. Everyone was surprised how things go so quick like that. And then she was not crying. I was like, oh, what's happening here? Why my baby not crying? What's happening? What's wrong with her? I was asking a lot of questions, and then the midwife said, actually, the baby that are born in the water, they don't cry right away. They take some few minutes for them to cry. They start crying. I was like, okay. After a few minutes, she cried. I was like, oh, thank God. So, and then they told me that now we spend some few minutes in the tub. I cover her with the towel because she was cold. And then they told me that now you can go to the bed to go and birth yourself placenta. I was like, okay. So I went to the bed, and then they inject me with a certain medicine. I don't know what's the name of that medicine. And then the placenta was out. After the placenta was out, guys, oh my God, I was in so much pain. Because the cramps were so horrible. I can't take them. Even they were, were not like the pain that I was in labor. So my midwife actually told me that this is what they call it, after birth pain or postpartum cramps, something of that kind. So in my local language, we call them tien kai. We call it sen kai. Call them tien kai chan now. Mithanale tichana Anita ban. Ajale mandi no gusi pa medengnya. Yung gusi brea. Di tu yalla ni. Malak hay toran gusi bania. Well, I was talking, like a lot. Then I slept in the hospital for 1 day because of COVID, and they didn't allow my husband, you guys, to sleep with me. They were like, no, he can just stay with you, but he can go and sleep at home. We don't allow people to sleep here because of COVID. And I was in so much pain, baby here crying, me in pain. I was like, oh, it was, too much for me. I was so stressed. It was too much, Then I spent 1 day in the hospital, and then came back. We came home the next day. When I came home, those contractions were still there, those after birth pain. I try, if I try to breastfeed my baby, is where the problem starts. It's actually worse when when you're feeding a baby, the baby is sucking a pop. So maybe there's it release, how can I explain it? To hormones that cause that pain, maybe if baby is feeding, I don't know. So the pain was so horrible, and I was like, what's this, asking a lot of questions. I remember me calling my mom, asking her, do you know what's this pain? I explained to her. She was like, man, yeah, this is tenkoy. What you can do now, eat madida tush, dig madida tush, shurba tush, and more button attack. More I press your tummy with hot water, and you have to drink a hot porridge, you have to drink a hot soup. My mom was telling me all this, so it will, the pain will, reduced, but it will be still there, but they will not be that bad like the way you are feeling them before. I was like, no. For me, I don't get a time of eating to things or things. I say I leave my food to fast, cool down and then eat it. And she said that you are the cause of it. Why can't you just drink hot water and hot soup? That will help you. Like, okay, and those pain actually last like in 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks for those pain to, to go down. So, and I actually bleed also I bleed like for 2 weeks, and the bleeding was not, my bleeding this time was not that heavy. So I just bleed for 2 weeks. And how am I recovering right now? So everything is well with me. My dad there is now fine. It's recovering well. So guys, I don't care this time. I don't know. Giving birth in the water is so good. I don't care. Everything was so perfect. If you give it naturally, what, you're free. You're not gonna feel anything. But with my first, I was there a little bit, but the baby was the one who caused it, and then they stitched me. And it took for me like 3 weeks for me to heal. 3 weeks, yeah. But with this 1 week, I was feeling my down days. Okay, it's not that painful. If I sit, no pain, but with my first, 2 weeks, the pain was still there. So I think if you didn't dare, that's why you heal so quick. But what actually helps is hot water. I'm not gonna lie here, because I use hot water to my down there. I press my stomach with very hot water. I take a cloth, I first take a coconut oil and then rub it in my body, my whole body, and then take a cloth and then put hot water in it, and then press it in my stomach and press it in my, down there in my back. 1 week I was healed. In 1 week. My down there was healed just in 1 week. There was not that much pain again. So hot water actually helped me. And I didn't tie my stomach this time because of pain that I told you after birth pain. If I try to, tie my stomach, the pain can't allow me, to stay with this waist trainer or a clothes. It was horrible, so I remove it. I just do it on and off. I try to do it now, but I'm not following it. So what actually helped is what I used to press my stomach with hot water every day. Hot water actually help. So use it. If you are African, I know you understand what I'm trying to say. Hot water is a solution to everything in your body there. So that's all about my labor and delivery story. I had a hot bath, so relaxing. If you're pregnant now, I request you to try hot bath, or water bath. I mean, you will thank me later. Everything will went so, good. You know what's the important of whatever. So that's all about my labor and delivery story, guys, that I'm sharing with you today. And if you find this video of mine helpful, can you please give it a big thumbs up and share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching my video. I appreciate your time, gorgeous. Have a great day wherever you are. Stay blessed.